online classroom, and in this video we are going to discuss about the class 9 civics chapter 1, what is democracy, why democracy. So just like you can see that what is the heading of this chapter, it is what is democracy and why democracy. So of course in this chapter we are going to read about the democracy. So first of all, it is very important to know the meaning of this word, and next we are going to discuss in this video the flow chart, and in this flow chart we are going to be read about the important headings of this chapter and the important content by which it is very easy for us to understand this chapter. And after that we are going to discuss some important questions which is related to this whole chapter. So let's start this. First of all, we have the introduction. So of course in introduction we know this thing that in this chapter we will study what is true democracy and why most of the countries are becoming democratic day by day. Second, it is the given meaning of democracy. So democracy in simple words we can say is described as a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. This definition makes one thing very clear, that rulers in democracy are elected by the people. And in the words of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the USA, in his words we know the meaning of this democracy, that democracy is the government of the people, by the people and for the people. Actually this democracy word derived from the Greek language word demokratia. Okay, so there are two words, demokratia. Okay, democracy, second is power. So when we are going to join these two words, so we will get the meaning power of the people. Next, it is given here main features of democracy. So what are the main features of democracy? So as we very well know that in a democracy, first of all, election is the main feature of democracy. In any country, if election is not there, free fair election is not be there, so that is not going to be counted as a democracy. After that, just like what is the value of this election? In a democracy, rule is elected by the people, take all the main decisions, and there is none above them to direct or guide. Second is with there in a democracy, elections are held regularly on the basis of universal adult franchise. It means after the one particular age, all the people without any discrimination, they are getting right to cast their votes. That is their political right. So that also they are getting under this democracy. Third is there that in a democracy, all the people without any discrimination of caste, creed, color or sex are given this choice and opportunity on an equal basis. So fundamental rights they are getting, equality they are getting. In a democracy, the exercise of their choice of electing their rulers leads to a government limited by the rules of the constitution and citizens' rights. Next is the broader meaning of democracy. So of course throughout the world, whenever different countries they follow democracy in their country, so they took different meaning of these words. So in just like in our country, whatever importance, whatever feature, according to the feature, according to its characteristics, whatever meaning we are giving, same the other countries they are giving in their own countries. After that, we have some common features of the democratic countries or governments. So we have freedom of speech. Of course, in any democratic countries, if any democratic country prevails in any country, so it is a common feature. First of all, there the people, those who live there, they are getting freedom of speech. Second is there free and fair elections. Third, we have opposition parties are allowed to function. Next, we have independent trade unions. Next, we have security of life. Next, freedom of the press, that all the newspaper, the press, the media, they are getting right to whatever they want to publish, whatever they want to write, they can be right. Any people can aspire for any post. So last is with any people, any people can aspire for any post, like for the post of prime minister, for the post of president. Through the process of election, they can be participate and they can become whatever they want. So in this way, without any differences, without any discrimination, all person have the right to aspire for any post. So these all are the important features of the democratic countries. So in paper, in exam, when question will be asked, write some common features, and according to marks, 3 marks or 5 marks. So you have to write under this headings. These all are the headings, and under that 2 to 3 lines you have to be right. So if you are going to face any problem, so please comment me, and even I'm going to be explain this chapter in next video. So in that way, in that time I'll going to explain in a deep way. After that, it is mentioned the next heading we have, that is it is some common features of the non-democratic countries. So first of all, we have to understand that throughout the world there are two types of government: democratic government or democratic countries, and second, non-democratic countries or non-democratic governments. So under this, what are the features? Just like whatever we have here, just opposite of this. Okay, so just like freedom of speech was with here, so here is no freedom of speech. It is very easy to learn. Whatever is given is here. Whatever is given here, you just learn first all this, and then the second one is automatically opposite of that. So no freedom of speech, no free and fair election in their election. Where democratic countries with their democratic governments with their freedom of speech is with their free and fair elections is with their, but here no freedom of speech, no free and fair elections. Opposition parties are not allowed to function, no independent trade unions. So just like here, we in India we follow multi-party system. So here, of course, the opposition parties are allowed to function. Up here, opposition parties are not allowed to function. No independent trade unions, no security of life. If you are going to criticize the government, so you will, of course, you definitely will punish by the government. No freedom of the press. Any people cannot aspire for any post. So these all are the main features of the non-democratic countries. Sometimes in the question paper, it is many of the times come difference between democratic and non-democratic government or countries. So that time all these features are going to be helpful to you. So learn all this. Next we have why democracy, what is the need of the democracy, and to live peaceful life, of course democracy is very important. Next we have merits and demerits of democracy. So under this merits and demerits, okay, positive points and the negative points. Of course whatever things we have, they have some positive side as well as the negative side. So here also for democracy also we have first of all merits. So under this merits, it represents to the needs of the people. It is based on consultation and discussion. Third, we have it provides peaceful solution to every problem. It is based on political rights. Mistakes are admitted and all attempts are made to correct mistakes. Of course, human makes mistakes. So it is in his behavior, in nature. So that's why here also in democratic countries, whatever mistake is with here, of course mistakes are going to be admitted, and also all the attempts are going to be took to correct those mistakes. Next is their demerits. What are the demerits of the democracy? So it is leads to instability because again and again the government change. That's why the leaders go on changing with every new election. So all this change leads to instability. Second is it is leads to corruption. So of course here, in order to fund their elections, the leaders once elected begin to amass wealth for the next election. So such a practice leads to corruption. Next is there it is leads to delays. Of course, like in a democracy, it takes a long time to get a law passed by the legislature. All this leads to delays. Next is with your leaders make false promises. Of course, I like to win elections. The different political leaders make false promises and cheat the people. Thus, there is no scope for morality in democracy. So you can say that lack of morality also found in democracy. They would rather prefer religious leaders to run the government. And last is their lack of discipline. There are others who say that there is lack of discipline in democracy and hence the government should be run by the army. So these are the opinion of different persons. Next is here we are going to discuss about the important questions which is related to this chapter and the flowchart. So first of all it is here, why is Myanmar not a democratic country? Second is here, give 4 features of democracy as a form of government. Third, we have why is Pakistan not a democratic country? If you feel if it is, then you have to give answer in favor of that. Why is China not a democratic in the true sense of the word? Next is here, why is Saudi Arabia not a democratic country? Next is here, why do we prefer democracy than any other form of government? Seventh, we have name any 3 democratic countries of the world. Question number 8, what do you mean by the coalition government? Okay, next we have give arguments against democracy, and last it is be here, what do you mean by a communist party? So these all are the important questions which is related to this chapter. So in this way we have completed the whole chapter through a flowchart, the main points, the main content of this chapter through a flowchart. So thank you everyone, and please like, share and subscribe this channel for more updates.